EA came out with a bang and released a big gameplay update for FC25. Ridiculous scorelines with 10 plus goals, but also a lot more fun playing the game as it's more fast paced and allows you to play out attacks on another level. But on the other hand, obviously very exhausting to defend with the negative feeling of conceding tons of goals. Don't worry, this video will change everything for you because I'll show you 5 key mistakes that you need to avoid after the latest patch to improve your defense, but also make sure you keep up scoring a lot. If you are still relying on the AI to defend for you, that is one of the worst things you can do. The problem is, you are not taking charge of your own defense or just trying to chase down a player from behind by ignoring the real danger up front, which gives the opponent room to play and get dangerous. This is why selecting the right player to defend with became super important in a tight spot. To get rid of this issue, you need to use either one of the player switches and take control of the defender who can actively defend the main threat. Here, as the opponent is about to receive the ball, I already switched back to my center back. However, he has a supporting teammate, making it a 2 versus 1 in the counter-attack. If I just continue to control the current defender, I would ignore the passing opportunity and it could become really dangerous. So instead of hoping that the AI would cover the space and the pass, I flick the right stick towards my other center back, control him myself and safely avoid the danger. Another habit you also need to get used to with this understanding is not to catch players from behind. Faster players are hard to catch after the patch, and once they get past you, it is mostly over for the defender. So instead of insisting on the same player who fell behind, switch to a defender who is more capable of defending the active space. Here, I lose the ball in a dangerous spot in my own half. I already have the midfielder selected who might run back and cover the potential runner, while the AI center back supports me in that case. But no, after the patch, I shouldn't rely on the AI, which is why I use the right stick switching to control the center back myself, anticipate the attacker, and get away with the position safely. As I mentioned, you have to defend more manually now than ever before, and our complete defending course on the Guide Plus is the ultimate chance to adapt yourself to the new patch by mastering the defensive fundamentals. If you're interested in becoming a better defender already, check the links in the description. Alright, now you know the importance of selecting the right defender, but it might still be not enough if you remain too passive. If you don't get a tackle in time, you might not win enough challenges even if you have the opportunity. There are 2 things to highlight on this topic after the patch. The quality of the touches defenders can make on tackles got improved, and the anticipate play style, which has a huge impact on tackling, got buffed. This means you can encourage yourself even more to go for a tackle once the opportunity arises. If you can switch to the relevant defender early enough, get close before the attacker maintains his position and get in with a tackle. Here is a perfect example. I see the optimal passing opportunity, use the right stick to switch to the defender, and as the ball is traveling, I try to close off the gap. Even if the attacker controls the ball in the other way, I quickly run in the same direction before he could maintain his current position, and aggressively tackling it allows me to get the ball. But there's one thing you should never forget. You may only tackle when you are close enough to the ball and have a clear sight of it. If you just try to get aggressive by tackling randomly, then you will be punished. Here in this case, for example, before going in for a tackle, I make sure to understand the opponent's intention, and right after he pushes the ball out of his feet, I actively go for a standing tackle to clear the danger. So active defending and with that active tackling is something you need to do much more often. As you have already seen in the first 2 sections, high-paced players are now more effective against the slower defenders, which allows them to get in behind the defensive line with a single through ball if not defended properly. There are 2 ways to deny this. The first one is to deny the receiver. If you identify the potential target, you can already switch to a proper defender who is nearby and place him right on the passing lane to intercept it. The positioning of the defender hugely depends on the behavior of the receiver. If he is static like this and doesn't go for a run, you can simply stand in the ground passing lane towards him right next to him. However, if he's on the run and there is a potential through ball chance towards his running lane, you have to run back with him and secure the space the ball is traveling to. Let's see an example. The opponent is on a counter in a 2 versus 2 situation. He swiftly turns around towards the upper side, and I select the defender on that side as well. I need to understand what the intention is. Taking a look at the much faster attacker, I see that he's running wildly and there's a huge space behind the defensive line. If I take the risk and just try to stand for the ground passing lane, a through ball might be deadly. So instead of risking it, I also run back with my defender into the space for a potential through ball opportunity and deny the runner to receive the ball in a very dangerous position. The second method is to deny the passer, which is a bit riskier and more advanced compared to the first one, because you don't only pressure the passer, but also try to position yourself aggressively in the potential passing lane, which could open up a gap somewhere else. The key defensive tool to use in these kind of situations is the jockey by pressing the L2 LT, which makes your player move in a better defensive shape that allows you to go more aggressive on the passer. Here, the opponent goes for the pass towards the center and has many players on the upper side to pass to. With my CDM, I want to first get ahead of him by going towards the center, but as soon as I see the direction he controls the ball, I instantly switch my direction on that side as well. There are 3 potential targets he can play the ball to, but the most dangerous ones are those who are on the side. So if I can get close to the passer while anticipating both of these passing lanes and also use jockeying to increase the ground I cover, this would do the trick. Many passing opportunities, but all of them got denied. Talking about defending fast players, our old friend Sprint Boost is back on the menu again. With the increased effectiveness of fast players, it becomes deadly if not defended carefully. You have to know how to execute it properly so you may understand how and where it works, which will also allow you to understand how to defend it. To execute it, hold L1 LB to strafe dribble with the ball, then release L1 LB and immediately press R2 RT to sprint forward. You can use it on the wing to beat the fullback or in the central areas to attack gaps in the opponent's backline. The technique becomes even more stronger with players with rapid and quick step playstyle. Here, the defender is trying to recover and get himself towards me. However, I see the gap right behind him and my dribbling lane is clear, so I need to get there as soon as possible, which is why I hold on to the L1 LB and get myself in the strafe dribbling, and right after releasing it, I press the sprinting button and get past the defender to easily explore the space ahead of me and score the goal. Here is how it looks like with the normal speed. So again, there are 2 ways to deny the sprint boost. Once you see the strafing animation and the space on the wing, you might already have the idea of the opponent going for a sprint boost. In that case, you might want to keep your distance and try to get towards the point where the speed boost will be ending by just going back. The other way to deny is to go aggressive on the player to create a physical contact if you already know that they intend to go for a sprint boost. Get close to the player as soon as possible, and right after they execute the sprint boost to push the ball, put your body in, also with the help of the jockey button, and show the opponent you don't get easily beaten with those types of mechanics. You can master techniques like this with the individual coaching we offer, which is very efficient to get as a bundle combined with our season pass. And finally, my beloved topic, passing. After the update, the AI defenders make less interceptions and the ground passing got buffed. So if you're still hesitating and keeping your passing tempo low, you are doing it very wrong because you deny yourself of easy passing opportunities and miss easy chances. First, you need to adjust the tempo of your passing. One-touch passing is simply much better and it allows you to increase your pace in your build-up. The best way to increase the pass is to always look out for passing opportunities once the ball is traveling. Identify the next open target and pass the ball to him. Do the same thing once more, take a look while the ball is traveling and identify your next target. Using this method will hugely increase your passing flow. Since players can't rely on the AI defense anymore, you can use this passing flow to punish gaps that they have manually created and become even more deadly. Let me show you an example. As I pass the ball back to my camp player, I quickly take a look around. Since the defender makes a wrong move, my winger remains available inside the box, which is why I instantly pass the ball to him with a one-touch pass. The ball is on its way to the winger, and once more I take a look in the center. The striker is going back a bit, making himself available. However, the defender nearby is also selected. That is why I don't rush the pass, take one step to make sure he is entirely free, and then see the one-touch connection between the striker and the winger on the other side. After passing the ball to the striker, I instantly go for another towards the lower side, making sure that connection pays off, and I score a magnificent goal only by passing. One very effective tool to work with in that case is the driven pass. It is much more effective after the update and it can cut the defense like a knife through butter. So whenever you see an open target undefended in a fair distance, hold on to your R1, RB button and power up the pass. If the defender doesn't switch in time, it could become a direct goal scoring opportunity. The ping pass playstyle is a huge booster to the driven pass. Most of you got 94 Zidane for free, so make sure you get the most out of him with this passing method. This passing method also becomes very effective right after you do a cutback with your winger. but I already explained it how it works in our complete wing play guide with every single variation that there is, which appears on your screen right now. Check it out to fully adapt to the new FC 25. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, take care and peace.